Welcome to Down to Business. My name is Josh Dirks, and today I have the pleasure of speaking with Judith Strand of Harbour Pointe Retirement and Assisted Living. Now, Judith, we've seen a lot of the headlines. We know a lot about how the generations are changing right now, so the retirement assisted living business is just really in a lot of state of flux. So tell us a little bit about the industry, kind of where it's going, and kind of give us some good news to kind of hang our hat on.
Okay. The retirement industry is in flux. We've got two converging demographics, the Depression era and the aging boomer. Mm-hmm. So the industry itself is having to deal with a lot of issues, as you know, that you hear it in the news. As you know, the housing industry has caused some kind of problem with seniors able to sell their homes and move into retirement industries. And then there are those who are looking at their retirement portfolio and wondering what's the next step. Mm-hmm. What is the next thing we have to do to look at our future? And in both cases, we're having a bit of a problem. The industry in our area is actually pretty healthy compared to other parts of the country. And Snohomish County in particular is fairly healthy, thanks to the forward thinking of executive director, who was Bob Drewell, who gave us a lot of senior housing opportunities. So you'll see per capita in the Snohomish County area that there are a lot of retirement and assisted living communities and memory care as well.
And for those that don't know who are watching the show, Snohomish County just resides the county north of the Seattle-King County area.
That's
correct?
Right. That's right.
And we do have a lot of retirees in the area. I mean, Seattle is an area that has a lot of people that are kind of getting older in age demographic that look at moving out of, say, the Seattle area and looking at outlying areas. That also probably presents an opportunity for you guys as well.
It does. But we bring people in from all over the country. Remember now, when you're in the retirement industry, you're targeting the children of the retirees. They go home for Christmas, see that mom is putting her curlers in the refrigerator and say, oh, I think we've got a problem. And then, they have to think, oh, what am I going to do next? And so those children who are, the average age of the retiree in the retirement community now is about 83, whereas the aging boomer looking at things, they'll probably do it earlier. They'll do it in their 70s. Okay. So, we're always trying to stay cognizant of what is currently happening in the market, and a lot of people have decided that they're going to retire a little earlier, probably because of the job opportunities, what the industry is doing, which various industries are doing. So what we're looking at is simply, trying to market to both generations, but mostly to those aging boomers, because some of them are the children of the average age of 83 that's in most of the retirement communities, or people looking at 5 to 10, 15 years down the road going into retirement themselves.
Yeah, so that's kind of a unique challenge. Tell me a little bit about the Harbour Pointe Retirement Assisted Living story. I think tell me how you guys started, how long you've been around, kind of what your guys' uniqueness is to the area, because I think when I talk to people, when you say bringing people from all over the country, that's a pretty big challenge and task.
Well, Mukilteo is near the Boeing Expressway, and it's a very upscale. Harbour Pointe Retirement and Assisted Living Center is the only retirement community in Mukilteo proper. Okay. It is privately owned, has been around since 1999. It has 107 beautifully appointed apartments, all of them licensed for assisted living. Many of our residents, of course, are still very independent. All the apartments have kitchens. When you go into a retirement community, what you find is most people look and say, oh, I wish I'd done this years ago, because they not only have their apartments, but they have beauty salon, spa, a cafe where they can have coffee and goodies all day long, restaurant-style dining where you get 3 meals a day, their housekeeping and laundry service is done, a great activities calendar, which includes concierge service and busing to various things. Wow. You really when you think about it, wouldn't you like to live there?
Yeah.
I mean,
well, it kind of reminds me of a college campus a little bit, and some of the things that you do when you're younger, and how you kind of get together and have all the things you need to do in a much kind of a smaller scale, but right there at your fingertips anytime you want.
So people still have, still driving their cars. The concept of what retirement living is has changed now, and Harbour Pointe is so central to shopping, to a golf course, to the YWCA, whatever you're looking for, we can accommodate it. And in the industry itself, that is the standard, and it will be changing for the aging boomer to even more things, because they'll want faster, better, greater service.
We've always have.
But it's not like your grandparents thought.
Yep.
It's not a nursing home. So the Harbour Pointe Retirement and Assisted Living Service, people come in independently. As they age, they can age in place. And as they do that, we can provide the services, and it's 24-hour staff, pull cords in the hallways and in the apartments. We have our own Harbour Pointe Life Alert system, anything that can happen as you age. So you can age right in place.
That's so cool, and you can build that community of people, and you don't have to leave them, don't have to be pulled out of those things.
That's
a great thing. Tell me about some of the activities you guys offer too, because you guys are doing physical therapy, I take it, doing things, getting people out on walks, doing a lot of that kind of stuff.
Absolutely. There's a couple of kinds of activities. There's intellectual plus active living. So we have Tai Chi, we have Zumba.
Wow.
We have, we take people on trips, but the activities director thinks in all terms. We have a news review every week. We have various activities that include word games. We have our own movie theater. We have Wii bowling. Just name it, we can probably offer it to you. And with the concierge service, we can also take you to various musicals or to your doctor's appointment, the van service, trips, mystery drives. There are groups and organizations who meet at Harbour Pointe. Anything you can think of that you may want, we can accommodate you.
That's awesome. Well, I appreciate you telling us a little about what you guys are doing and kind of this whole industry, because I know there's a lot of news and headlines, and it's great to hear kind of what's going on and get some reality checks to that. When we come back, though, I want to talk about the unique marketing aspect you talked about that you guys are facing, where you're not only talking to the people that might be there, but also the boomers and the children of those people coming along. So when we come back, we're going to talk to Judith of Harbour Pointe Retirement and Assisted Living, a little bit about how they've marketed themselves and built their community. We'll be right back after this break.